get a cool mirror. Somewhere in here.
What have you lost?
We'll try to find the mirror.
Yeah. See? That's good.
Your smile line there.
Fonzie.
Well, half my questions are in eyeliner.
Well, you're gonna have to ask it because I can't read that for shit. I can't say shit. Okay, I can't say shit, can I? Okay, I'd rather not. It's, swearing indicates lack of vocabulary.
Everything goes on TBFM.
Elephant goes.
Everything goes.
Can I get to color this? I get to color this?
If you can.
Yeah.
If you can. Right, it's
If you can.
it's Guido McPhister and Stevie Rocks from TBFM. We're sitting here with the one and only Mr. Michael Monroe. What about you, sir?
Hey, how you doing? What's going on?
We're good. How you?
I'm doing good. Real good.
Excellent.
Got my crayons, even though they just ain't the same. Didn't they add a
We're
color?
rattling it off after.
Okay. Well, I gotta be quick here. So yeah, I'm
the
doing
one and only
good.
Michael Monroe doing some colouring in. You don't get that anywhere else but on TBFM, yeah?
I hope it's for a good charity. But
It's in the Teenage Cancer Trust.
okay, great.
So
Nothing
on the-
better than doing charity for being a well-known person. I think the best thing you could do with it is to help people who need it.
The new album, Michael. Where did the name
Horns and Halos.
Halos come from?
That was Dragan's suggestion, actually. He said that, and I thought, wow, what a cool name. It's like yin and yang, black and white. Well, the two opposites, the balance of the universe. It sort of covers everything. But then we thought of a name for the album for a long time, and we kind of left it. I figured maybe it was a bit too religious. But then in the end, when you think of all the songs, there's a lot of songs with like Ritual, 18 Angels, Soul, Surrender, Horns and Halos. So it has a certain amount of ritual, religious connotations. So I figured, why not? About a year later, Steve sends an email, says, I think I got it. Horns and Halos, how about that? That was the first name I thought of. That was the first thing, but sometimes you got to walk around the block a few times and then come back to the same place. So that's where, I figured it was a good summary of the concept.
So how did it differ from the Censor It album?
Well, it's got more of a band thing, Since Dragan joined in the summer of 2011, we've been touring a lot and really grown into a tight unit. And I think you can really hear that on the record, that it's really a band record, even more than Sensory Overdrive was. And collaborations, everybody's written. Steve Conte really came out as a songwriter. He
had
really
a lot
came
to
through.
do on this album, didn't he?
Yeah, he was, and really, he's such a great singer, guitar player first of all, and a songwriter. He came through as a really, really great talent. People should pay attention. He's really fantastic, and a whole bunch of guys, a great bunch of guys. All of them are really nice. I like the vibe in the band. There shouldn't be anybody who makes you feel uncomfortable or anything like that. That's most important to me. So, good vibe, and it'd be fun to, you got to live on a bus with these guys. So you better have some nice.
Well, what's it like on the bus these days? I mean, you've been kicking ass and rock and roll for 1 or 2 years now, Is it still crazy on the road? You still rock and roll, or?
I've never been that crazy. I'm a pretty normal kind of guy, actually, when you think of it. But we have a great time. Everyone's such music fans. We're all music fans, and we play. We like the same kind of music, but we still turn each other on to different bands, like a lot. And then if somebody likes this band, I say, I like them too. Well, have you heard this thing they've done? It's, I didn't know that's something like that. And there's an amazing amount of music that we turn each other on to. That.
What have you been listening to lately?
Well, we just watched the ZZ Top 1980 Rock Palace live video the other night on the bus. I'm sorry, freaking amazing.
No, you can say fucking, man. It's
I'd rather not.
Okay,
I'd rather not. But yeah, it was fantastic. What a band! This must be one of the best bands ever, for sure. Top 5 in the world. But yeah, we love the Ruts, for example. I turned Dragan on to the Ruts a while ago, and he'd never heard them. He thought they were a different type of band. The Ruts, punk really cool stuff. I mean, they were great players and great stuff with you know, the original singer, Malcolm Owen, the legend. It's too bad he had to, you know, die too soon, because they only made the 2 albums. Great stuff. We all love Alice Cooper, Dead Boys, Cheap Trick, Nazareth.
Steve Bators, isn't it?
Steve Bators, yeah. Steve
Tell us about
Bators.
Dead Time Stories. It's like,
That was a tribute from me to Steve.
Yeah.
He was a dear friend of mine, and it has, in the same way he paid homage to, you know, Dolls. He had that song Little Boys Play with Dolls. It had some of the song titles within the lyrics. On Dead Time Stories, when Steve died, I sat down and started playing. Actually, it was the chords I'd had before, and when I was living with Steve in London in '85, we worked on that a little, you know, and he started humming a melody a bit. So I kind of wrote it with him after he had passed on. I felt his presence, and there's about at least 11 song titles in there. I forgot, I lost count, but you know, Now You Left Me to Ain't It Fun, Ain't Nothing to Do, Partners in Crime.
is there any chance of a Demolition 22-3? 2 even?
23-2? No,
Demolition 22. Demolition 23-2.
I'd like to get the first album, I mean the Demolition 23 album should be re-released. Me and little Steven Van Zandt, we own it, you know, 50-50. And I've been talking to him about it for years. We've been trying to, you know, get it together to release it in some form or other, because it's a great record.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get that together before too long. But in the meantime, we're playing those songs live, you know, with this band. It's one of the best kept secrets in rock and roll, just like me.
Yeah, you're hardly a secret, mate. Come on now.
Well, depends on which country you're in.
What bands are rocking your boat these days? Any new bands coming out? Do you sort of really think,
I like bands like Foo Fighters are great. You know, I'm glad that they're as big as they are. Slash's got a good thing going. Brand new bands, I mean, I always loved Warrior Soul back in the early 90s. That was my favorite band. Corey Clark?
Yeah, he toured over here.
Is he still around?
Yeah,
he toured the other, about a month
It was
ago,
a TBFM sponsored tour, actually.
Really?
As it goes, yeah.
Wow, is this red or brown?
That's more of a purple, I think.
Purple? Okay. Where's the red? It's only orange.
Have we got a red? Has anybody got a red crayon?
Yeah,
Some
this is
purple,
pink.
some outline there.
Yeah, this is pink. Oh, thanks. Thank you, sir.
So, can you give us a sneaky, which Hanoi songs are you going to play tonight?
Oh, am I going to reveal it? When is this coming out?
Afterwards.
Afterwards.
This is
Afterwards.
just me being,
Well, you know, I don't want to give away my whole act, but I don't want to, you know, spoil the surprise, but there's one really cool Hanoi song we haven't played yet until the last couple of gigs, which people are going to be happy to hear. So, but you're going to have to be there.
We will be.
You will?
And some of us will be in London next week as well.
Okay, well that's very nice to hear. That's cool, that's cool.
So getting back to the Hanoi, yes, sort of, you know, everything happened with Razzle, etc. You had all those years apart. You come back together. I saw 3 or 4 of your shows as a reunion. Thought they're absolutely brilliant. And then all
the
of a sudden
rebirth.
you were like, nah, we're not doing it no more.
Yeah.
What actually happened there?
Well, that was just me and Andy. We got reacquainted, and it was cool for a while to work with him as an equal partner. Because in the early Hanoi days, the original Hanoi, he was doing most of the writing and stuff, and now he had a different attitude. He's seen that I've you know, come onto my own as a writer, and he respected that. As long as it was fun to see what was happening. It was fun. We made 3 good records, I thought. And the last one around that time, it just wasn't that much fun anymore. I didn't feel that inspired, even though it was a good record, but it just didn't feel like it was meant to go on anymore. And it's ironic because this band, when I met Sammy, after we put that Hanoi Rocks to bed for good, you know, honorably, with no crap in them, you know, in the press or anything like that. It was just a nice farewell tour, and last gigs we did. Then
on stage, didn't he?
Yeah, Nasty did, yeah. Nasty's good. Yeah, it was great fun. And then I just ran into Sammy in Finland when he was playing there with the Dolls, and he said he'd like to work with me again. Oh, there's half the band right there. So this band is now more a band than that Hanoi Rebirth ever was. It was just mainly me and Andy and the rest of the guys. Even though the best lineup was with Connie Bloom and AC Cristel. That was strong. But this band now, it's ironic because it's a solo name, you know, Michael Monroe. It's still a band, much more as a band than the other one was. And then the Hanoi with Andy and the rebirth. but
you're kicking it now. You're doing your own thing. You've just got that spirit.
I feel it's more me. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of us out there that are huge Hanoi fans, and we'd love to see the Rocks back together again. But as we were just saying there, you know, you're doing your own thing now. There's no pressure on you. So
yeah, I mean that was just like I mean this. You mean the original Hanoi? You'd like to see back together again with Nasty and
yeah. But
I'm sure.
I think we'd all die to see that, you know.
Yeah, but somebody died, and without Razzle, it's not going to be.
On the DVD, it's brilliant when Nasty comes on and plays at the end.
Yeah, the closest we played with Demolition 23 in Helsinki in 1994, and then Andy came up to play Problem Child in 79 or 58. It's too late. That song. That was the four of us together. That was the only time four of us played together. With Jimmy Clark on drums then. But still, that was the closest we ever came to the original Hanoi lineup, you know. But I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, really. I mean, it's not like I always said. Razzle's dead, and it's not the kind of band that you can recreate. Sort of. It was a rebirth.
So many bands though over the years.
Yeah, and I think it's good to leave it alone as it was, because it's not Hanoi Rocks. There could never be a reunion, because like I said, Razzle's dead. There was a rebirth. That's why I always stress the point. It's a rebirth and not a reunion. It was, you know, and we figured, me and Andy. I mean, I thought, well, using the name.
Different at the first, weren't it?
What?
When you first got back together, you were going to call it something different, weren't you?
Well, so Monroe McCoy, and then we figured, what the hell? We put all these years into you know, it was our name, and just because of the accident and losing everything, why shouldn't we be able to use it again? And we did ask Sammy when we were ready to. We asked Sammy to join, but he had already joined the Dolls, and he was living in New York anyways, which wouldn't have been a problem at that point. But in the beginning, it was. You know, we couldn't afford to fly him over or anything. We had to sort of get our stuff together first. But you know, it was what it was, and I'm glad I saw what we could accomplish with Andy. You know, but now I haven't really. You know, I really have no reason to hang with him anymore, and I haven't seen him ever since the last. We did 8 shows in 6 days in Tavasti at the Helsinki. That show, those shows, those are nice farewell, you know. But it was a working relationship with Andy, and so therefore I haven't worked with him since then. I haven't seen him since 2009, and that's just the way it is, because we're not, you know, bosom buddies. We're just, you know, it was a working relationship.
But moving on, the new album is absolutely. I think it's better than the last one.
Thank you. That's great to hear.
More yourself rather than Ginger influenced on the new album.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. That's great to hear. It's more a band record now. We're all more like a tight unit together, and nobody's dominating and writing. It's like everyone's doing it together. Not that Ginger was really dominating, but he had a lot of great ideas, and so we used them, you know. But this one sounds more like a band, doesn't it? Cool. That's great to hear. Yeah.
So did you see much of Axel these days?
No, I haven't seen him for a long time. I haven't seen him for years.
Nobody's seen him for a long time.
Yeah, has anybody? I mean, you know, I have nothing but good things to say about him. He was always nice to me. Every time we got together in New York, he was never late for dinner and stuff like that. He was always there. He's a nice guy to me. So I can't say anything else, you know, about him.
That's cool, man. That's cool, man.
But Slash is a great guy.
We're only raking you there, trying to.
Slash is very nice. A good close friend.
You've been on stage with him a lot, haven't you?
Yeah. Every time we played a festival or whatever together, I always get up and do something. And we even did Up Around the Bend in Finland, 2010. And the Iggy song on this album, We're All Gonna Die. And then Japan, we played at the Summer Sonic Festival, which was same year, but same summer. I broke 2 ribs during the one song. I mean, my own show.
How many ribs have you actually broke?
4. I was like, a few months later, just as the 2 were healing from, that was like at the end of the summer. We were just about 2 weeks before the Motorhead tour in the UK, 3 weeks from Motorhead coming up, and we just did a handful of shows in Finland, and I was like, I thinking, oh God, that was good, I'm going to be healed for that Motorhead tour. So sure enough, the last show in Finland, the only time I ever slipped when I climbed up on the railing on the lighting rig, something happened, my hand was sweaty, and there was some banner or something on there, so I slipped, and I was like, I fell about 4 meters, and on the way down, I hit my, the other side, the other two ribs. I hit my side of the stage on the way down, and I landed on the floor, but I never missed a beat. I'm right there. I saw it on YouTube. They had that, and I kept singing like you would never know. I meant to do that, but now at the same time I go like, oh shit, they went again, man. So then, it wasn't the first time in Japan. They were like really broken. Now I guess they were maybe more like fractured, the second time. So because they healed pretty quickly. I was just laid off exercising for about a week, and then started doing slowly what I could do without hurting. And Motorhead tour started. I was still taped up, but it was still it went along pretty good.
Played out you played my hometown, which is Blackburn, and you actually went around the whole King George's Hall, and you went the whole way.
Yeah.
You could see the bouncers going like, what's he doing? What's he doing?
That's all rock and roll, man.
It was cool, right? I thought, well, I wonder if I could do that. And I just went for it. I had the wireless mic. That was cool. And I went to say, I saw the one guy in the wheelchair. I was up there. I went to say hello to him too, and kept going. I went all the way around. I thought that was one of my favorite moments. That was great.
Awesome.
Right? Yeah, as long as it looks dangerous, that's good.
Unfortunately, I think we were going to have to finish up here. I think Mike's is kind of sort of pointless.
Are we out of time? Oh,
pleasure and a privilege.
Thank you very much.
It's been great talking to you too. Thank you.
Just before we go, one final question: Jaffa cakes, are they cakes or are they biscuits?
Cakes.
Cakes. Mike Monroe says Jaffa cakes are cakes. They're cakes.
It's a beautiful cake. It's a birthday cake, It's the best relationship I ever had. Sammy Alpha I can always rely on. It's him and I do something together. It always works out great. So God bless the guy. All right, and I have to strong.
Michael, thank you very much for your time.
So much.
Cheers.
Yes.
Monroe, you're listening to TBFM.
Red nose for the clown. Red nose for the clown. Oh, here's the red man. Shit. I could have. All right. Cool.
We need your name up there as well.
Yeah, in red. Hang on. He's got a red collar. There you go.
And we could do a soundbite. We're TBFM and we're here with Michael Monroe.
He's got red eyes.
You sign that first.
Okay. I got a real pen. Yeah. So I signed it with this. Wow. It's an old one.
99, Nottingham.
Wow. Cool. All right. Shall I just sign my name or your name too?
That'll be brilliant.
Just like this? Yeah. And
Thank you very much.
that's all?
Brilliant.
Cool.
Thank you.
Shall I sign my name like an autograph or?
Please, anything,
Okay.
even in a crayon if you want.
Oh, now I know. I'll do, Michael Monroe, and then I'll write my band name, which is me. Anyway.
That's absolutely brilliant, man. Cheers.
And here, Michael Monroe. This is he. And then a flower. Russell used to say, "Oh, you're a flower person, Michael."
Everybody's been really getting into this colouring in, People
It's
are
great, I love it.
dragged away. They don't want to leave.
I don't want to leave. Cool. There you go.
First time I got married, that was my first dance.
Until I get you in.
Copyright by Michael Monroe. I want 10%, okay? No, I don't want any. I want it to go to charity, okay? As long as it goes to the right place. There you go. Is that good?
Thank you very much, man.
Hello there. Yes. I hope.